What's up, YouTube? This is Maverick, and this is my first official update of the old shed slash barn slash shop project. And I recorded the other video back in the spring, and here it is, July 4th, and just now got started on it actually Friday. This is Monday. We worked Friday and Saturday on it, and then our schedules kind of got off again as far as when we were free. But here's what we got so far. We've got temporary braces up, 4x4 braces up on 5 out of the 6 floor joists for the second floor, raised at about 3 feet. Where it was sagging pretty bad before. It's not quite level yet. You know, these are temporary posts. We're going to come back and do more, but it's a lot closer to level than what it was. If you remember, this wall here was at a severe slant, and now it's a lot closer to level. Like I said, we still got a good bit of work to do on it, and then place the permanent posts and all that. But just thought I'd give you an update. Here's an old door that's off the we took all this stuff out of the shed in preparation of working on it, and the old door's off the 1890 farmhouse that's on the property too. Now, I'm not saying that's the original door off of it, but it is an old door, and it may very well be original. I'm not sure, but I can't say one way or another on that. But it is an old door, and it has a skeleton keyhole, if you can see it. I've actually got the key for it down at the house. Now we're going to tear this wall off. This wall here that's already doing a good job of tearing itself off, but we're going to tear it all the way down. We're going to keep this wall, but we'll probably have to tear it down and take the boards off and rebuild it. The bottom 2 boards on it are rotten, or starting to rot in around the edges. The rest of them could probably be reused. The shelf's going to have to come down for one of the temporary posts. That's why we've got 5 of the 6. The 6th one is that end one there. It's not supported yet, but the others are supported right now, and it's a lot more sturdy than this building's been in years. I think I showed you most of this last time, or some of it. I still hadn't posted the first video on the internet yet, but I've got it. It'll make its way there. I may wait till I'm finished and just put it all on there at one time, or something like that. And it's going to be a while before we're finished. Like I said, our schedules have just been off. Yeah, he's you know, he works at another job, and has a wife and 3 kids, and you know how that is. Kind of hard to get everything worked out. And then when he's free, a lot of times I'm not free. So, you know, but we're getting there. I mean, it's not much, but it's a big step. and he's been a huge help on this. Like I said, I couldn't. I'm no architect. I'm no. You know, I don't know that much about construction. You know, I never learned that. You know, I do basic stuff, but he's been. He knows what he's doing. He's kind of taking lead on this and helping me out with it. I really appreciate that. And of course I'm paying for it, but besides that, I think he's just as happy as I am to see his building come back to life. I keep showing while I'm talking. I keep showing these electrical outlets here that my grandfather wired in, and of course they're gonna have to be taken out because they're on the shelf on this wall that's not gonna be here anymore. But I want to try to incorporate them back into the new building possibly. I'm trying to take the electrical stuff out and as intact as possible and see what needs to be replaced and rewired and redone, and have it where I can hook it up to a generator and run power in here off a generator for now, and you know, just have it plug in one central place at the generator, you know. Somebody's playing music somewhere. Strange. Anyway, I just thought I'd give you an update. I found some, when we were doing our initial clean out Friday, about where this generator's sitting, there's kind of a hole here. Well, of course I'm going to fill that in, but we found about 3 or 4 mutant grub worms. I've never seen grub worm this big in my life. Lived out here on the farm for about all my life and never seen one this big. They were about as big around as your 2 fingers, and about 4 or 5 inches long. Like I said, found 3 or 4 of them just alike. That's kind of weird. As far as I know, there's never been a nuclear station anywhere nearby. No, I know there hadn't, but those things are big, man. And oh, what else? We did find a copperhead in here, back that away, a couple months ago. So we're keeping an eye out for those. I ain't much on snakes, I'll tell you that. But he don't mind them too much. He just don't like spiders. And so we kind of made a deal. I said, well, any nasty spiders you come across when we're working, I'll take care of them. We come across any snakes, you take care of those. And I said, we'll get along just fine. And I got a stray or feral cat that comes around here. It's been kind of stalking us while we're in the shed working, because I'll catch her sneaking out. But you know, I know cats, a lot of these feral cats will kill snakes. And I don't know if maybe she's in here hunting snakes or what, but I hope they don't get her. But she's, like I said, she's wild, she's feral, so I mean, I feed her, and I leave food out for her and stuff, but I can't touch her. But she lets me get close enough to her. I mean, within a few feet, so it's a lot better than it was when I first saw her. So we kind of got a mutual respect for each other. But like I said, you know, curiosity killed the cat, like they say. And she's down here wondering what we're doing, spending all this time in this building. She normally stays up near the old farmhouse, but you can't see right now. But normally stays up there. But of course, she goes all over this property, really. But I think I know where she dens down at night. But anyway, what else? What else? Well, I'm gonna walk around outside real quick and show you the outside for a second. Oh, and by the way, here's an old Edelman self-propelled push mower, or walk-behind mower, I guess you call it. Self-propelled, you don't know how to push it, do you? But, found that in the shed. We cleaned it out. There's the old screen door that used to be on the old farmhouse. Like I said, it was built around 1890, the house was. This door, I'm sure, wasn't original. The other one may have been, but I'm sure this one wasn't. But this building here is probably around 1890 itself, you know. If not the whole thing, then at least that inner cribbing, you know. Either way, I like bringing something back to life and repurposing it and all that, you know. And it's in my eyes what I'm doing here. You know, I think this building hadn't been used for years, except for storage. And maybe we'll be able to work out of it and use it for storage too, of course. But at least build it back where it'll be standing for maybe another 125 years or so, hopefully. And this little crib out here, we're talking about taking it apart. There's a lot of logs in it that are really rotten. They need to be, they're not real good. And talking about taking it completely apart and moving it to another location, rebuilding it and replacing the bad logs in it and all that too while we're at it. So that may be a project too in the near future, or in the near future after we finish this, rather, as this might be a while, like I said, with our schedules like it is. But I'm just glad to get it shored up, because it was just a matter of time before this was going to cave in. It'd been that way for years too. Just speaks to the original craftsmanship of it, though, that it could be that far at a slant and not completely collapse for that long a time, you know. And that's with snow on the roof and rain and wind and everything else, and through the seasons. But I'm glad we're getting started on this finally, even though it is some of the hottest days of the year that we're working. But I can't complain. I'm just glad to see it back. But I think that's just about everything I was wanting to cover in part 2 of this. And hopefully I'll be able to record part 3 and 4 and 5 on up to finished pretty soon, hopefully. But I think that's all for now. So until next time, YouTube, this is Maverick.